Richard Jewell is directed by Clint Eastwood and is the true story of the 1996 Atlanta bombing that took place at the Centennial Park Games and was probably going to be much deadlier had it not been for the actions of a security guard who found the bomb in time and was able to evacuate the area as much as possible to minimize casualties. He is hailed a hero by everybody around the country, and he's getting all sorts of fame and attention because of it, and this immediately alerts the FBI and journalistic agencies that maybe he was the one who planted this entire thing. And as the news comes around about him possibly being the person who's caused all of this, the shift that happens socially from him being a hero to him being a potential terrorist is quite sudden. And suddenly this man's life goes from being celebrated to being ruined within literally one night. Media can either give you a story that is so accurate and is so powerful that you have all the facts in front of you and there has been thorough research that's gone into it. But there is a lot of sensationalism that exists every now and then, and because of that, it doesn't matter what side you're on. Because of that, there is very little opportunity sometimes to seep in through the cracks and maybe get some verifiable information. And this is definitely a critique on that, and I feel like that's why Clint Eastwood really wanted to make this movie. Now, I like Clint Eastwood as a director. He's made some really amazing things. He's made some really terrible things too. But I think this is easily his best film since Gran Torino, honestly, if we're being completely honest. What he's done here is quite good. I think this is a really good movie, and I think it explores this story in a very good manner, along with the performances that are provided wonderfully by Paul Walter Hauser, who honestly, if it wasn't a more competitive year, would probably be a shoo-in for Best Actor or Best Supporting Actor, however the Academy would consider him. Sam Rockwell, though, might actually make the list. They're both wonderful in this movie, and Sam Rockwell essentially plays his lawyer, who's like, listen, they're after you, and everything you say is going to be used against you, even though they're not going to say it because legally they can't arrest you unless they have a proper case against you. But at the same time, if you say anything, they're going to be like, yep, he's probably got something, because they're looking for every single thing to put on you. And that was something that was very compelling about this movie too, because Richard Jewell himself is constantly like, listen, I did not do this. Obviously, I did not do this. Why the hell would I do something like this? But the Kathy Scruggs, the reporter who first broke the story in real life, played by Olivia Wilde, and the FBI are like, no, there is a very likely scenario it's you. You fit our profile of a bomber to a T. Honestly, it probably could be you. And this leads to a very intense film at times because you're constantly thinking, what's going to happen? Of course, if you know the true story, then you know what happened and you know the amount of scrutiny that he had to go through, including his mother, who is someone who is very iffy about having too many people coming in into their lives at the same time. And suddenly, now that she's being hounded by people around her and her hounding her son, she is starting to break down. Her walls are starting to get breached. And so there's a lot of emotional moments between her and Richard that are very powerful. And as they're trying to navigate through this disaster that is taking place amongst them. The film definitely has a hard-hitting approach in that regard. It's also wonderfully directed, though, by Clint Eastwood. I think that he's actually given a pretty genuine effort here. He's not tried to half-ass it in any way, because there are a few movies where he's done that. It actually feels like he wants to tell this story, which is something I do appreciate. He is wanting to talk about this. He's wanting to go into details about this thing and show it as accurately as possible. Yes, some things are inaccurate. There are some things that have been switched around, some character decisions that have been modified or completely changed. The film does drag at points, and especially in the beginning, the first 20 minutes or so. But the film is still very engaging. It's still easily, I think, easily Clint Eastwood's best in years. And I'm honestly going to keep this short. I think Richard Jewell is a very competently directed, well-acted, directed, and hard-hitting story that I think people should go check it out. It does have issues, but on the overall, I think it's pretty good. I'm going to give Richard Jewell an 8.5 out of 10. Sorry for keeping this quick. I would love to go on, but Yeah, there's nothing more I can say about it because you can read the story online or go see the film. Just go see the movie. You'll see. Tell me what you think of it. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Look forward to more reviews very soon. As always, if you like this, please do subscribe. I'll see you guys at the movies.